All right, let's get it cut open.
So this is the RV45S model, and it has a 45-liter capacity. Now the fridge itself weighs about 60 pounds, I think. The weight is 46.3 pounds, but it does feel like 60 pounds. It's just because it's just because it's large and a little awkward for me. So.
All right. And this thing is going to look very industrial. It's all aluminum. So it's going to have like a food grade restaurant look.
Oh.
All right.
There we go.
So guys, we didn't know the box is a transformer. It's pretty actually.
It's very pretty.
This thing is typically considered a budget fridge because it does come in so affordably priced.
All right, ready to see?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it in slow-mo. Vanna.
So it holds, the lid holds itself up, which is nice.
That's cool. What do we got here? Big book.
Sticker.
Looks like a penguin decal.
All right, so it's going to give you two different outlet options.
For our Blue-Yeti and your cigarette lighter.
Correct, if you have that. What's that called?
12 volt.
12 volt, there you go.
12 volt.
And this is the
AC, what you would plug into your outlet.
So here's this and that, and then there's the plug-in for, I'm assuming, directly into the fridge.
Yep.
Now we have, now if you're using this in an RV situation, obviously you have the plug for it, two different plug-in options. If you're gonna be at a campground, if you're using it at home as an emergency fridge, that sort of thing, you can plug in at home. We have the Blue-Yeti. So we have a Blue-Yeti, so we have a couple of different options here. So all of these cords will work for us either way. Now I know on our current fridge and our current setup, we usually use the 12 volt and then we plug the Blue-Yeti into the Jeep. That's how we normally run it. Now these handles, check these out. These are real heavy duty handles and they stay down if you don't need them.
Nice. Such a beast. Such a beast. So it takes about half the room of the Jeep. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're actually gonna plug this up to the Blue-Yeti. The Blue-Yeti has a full charge. So we're gonna plug it in, mark the time, and then see how long this Blue-Yeti will power this fridge on a single charge. Is that about right, babe?
Correct.
And we're also gonna go ahead and put stuff in the fridge because we're going on a, what is it, 10-mile waterfall?
No, not even close.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
We're going on a waterfall ride. It's supposed to include 10 waterfalls.
See, there was waterfalls on 10. I was right.
Okay. And then here's our plug-in adapter.
Boom. Turn the Blue-Yeti on. Now you can see power to the fridge. So that battery power that you see her touching, that battery protection is what it's called. What that is, you can set it on a high level of protection, a medium level, and a low level. And that means it's going to watch the power as it's coming in, and if your battery starts getting low, it'll go ahead and power off to keep your battery from running down.
So currently it's sitting at 74. Ooh, that's not what I'm wanting. Oh, that's the degrees. So
what do you normally run, like 37?
Yeah.
So it goes up in increments of 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. And so compressor speed, you want it on max or min? I bet it would last longer on minimum, but
so we've got it on min right now.
okay. Yeah, I see it now. I couldn't see it.
So right now it's sitting at 74 degrees and we've set it down to 30 something. So what we'll do is, what time is it? 7:15, and we will wait and see how long it takes to get that from 74 degrees down to 36.
That sounds like a plan to me.
But I do like how much space that it has in it. The
Oh,
other
look at the
cool things,
light.
it has
That's
LED
cool.
lights, which is something our current fridge does not have.
Does it have one on both sides?
Nope, just
Just
one.
one? So just that side?
But it lights it up in here, which is
Yeah.
a big plus
I mean, you can
because
see
our
it lighting
current,
up the lid.
yeah, our existing fridge does not have that. It does have, put your hand here, please. It has 2 removable baskets. If you want baskets, that way you can pull things in and out to pack and repack.
Yep.
Or if you just want it as an open cooler, that's fine too.
So you have a long basket on the side without the compressor, and because the compressor space, then you get a short basket there.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's bad quality. It feels like
It feels
made
really
well.
nice.
So yeah, guys, if you can get a 45-liter fridge freezer combo for this kind of price and it holds up, that's amazing.
All right, so we will give it some time to cool off. We'll let you know how long it took to cool off, and then we will get this thing stuffed up for our gathering tomorrow. Oh, the temperature is down to about 32 degrees. Now, we set an alarm for like 35, 40 minutes. And so by the time we came out here, it was already down to temp from 74 to 32. So I kind of feel like it probably only took about 30 minutes to get down to that temp. So yeah. So I'd actually set it at 36 and it says it's at 32 degrees. So I'm gonna click that up just a tiny bit because I don't want my stuff to
Freeze.
because the stuff I'm putting in there tonight is not stuff that I want frozen.
I love the little light.
Yeah. So I have a birthday cake because we're hooking up with our friends that has a birthday tomorrow. And it's a little wide for that, so I don't
Take
know.
the basket out. Just take the basket out.
I don't know
It'll
if
fit.
the basket can fit without the basket, or if I can do it without the basket. Yep. Look at you, genius. Now
So
clearly,
now you know if you're taking a birthday cake that you got to take the basket out.
so I wonder if these will freeze up here.
I don't know.
Got some little margaritas. We'll try it. I mean, maybe since I set it up higher, maybe it won't. I don't know.
It'll be a good test.
Well, but then it'll explode.
We should put a thermometer in there.
We will.
We'll step our game up, guys. We'll go get a thermometer from the house and put that inside there.
And some drinks. And just because that compressor normally gets colder, I definitely want to put the drinks towards the back side. From our experience before, the stuff that's near the compressor gets really cold. And we got some cheese.
Yeah, there's so much room in there compared to the current fridge that we're using.
And some meat snacks.
Which is understandable because it's only a 30-liter fridge, whereas this one is a 45.
Here we go. So, that's how we're gonna rock and roll with that, and we will see how it goes, and we will put a thermometer in there and compare the temp with the thermometer with what's actually going on here on the unit.
Now, if you touch the button to turn the Bluetti on, I think it may show the amount of power that this is sucking.
Practically
And so,
nothing.
Yeah, it's not even showing up. So
Yeah.
this thing is barely using power, guys.
Very, very
Awesome.
small amount.
And so far, I don't really hear anything, do you?
No, it's not making any noise.
No. All right, let's close it up and we'll check back in the morning.
All right, this is a refrigerator freeze combo. Now that doesn't mean that you have a separate compartment in the unit. It just means that you can turn it into solely a freezer or solely a refrigerator. So the temperature goes down far enough to turn it into a freezer if you'd like.
Nice.
So it goes very, very cold. Actually, I didn't realize it went that low. There you go, it goes down to 0 degrees. And then, of course, if you want it on fridge, then you'll turn it all the way back up.
And so what are we gonna keep it set on?
We are
Around
actually
43?
going to keep it set on about 40 degrees, actually. Well, I guess 41 degrees. Yeah. All right, so the fridge has sat overnight, and just to kind of see what kind of power it's drawn, so about 20% overnight is what it's drawn. Now, it is pulling a little bit of wattage right now, and that's just because the compressor is running, and you can hear that it runs really quiet.
So listen how quiet this is, guys. I don't even know if you can hear that, but it is whisper quiet.
So it's very, very quiet. You can't even tell it's running. And like I said, because it's running, it's only pulling about
35 watts.
watts of power. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's nice and cold. Yep, nothing's frozen.
Nice.
So yeah, everything feels good in there. Yeah, it feels nice. So so I think it's going to be a pretty good unit. I still love that light in there.
I mean, it cooled down in like 30 plus minutes.
I don't even think it, I don't even think it was quite 30. Online, it does say it would take, after we ran this test, I went and checked online, and it said from 77 to 32 degrees that it would take 15 minutes. So I don't believe that, because I did check it at the 15-minute mark, and it had gone from 72, is that where we started? Was 72 to 61.
76 to 61.
Yeah, in about 15 minutes. And then when we came back out about 30, 35 minutes later, it was completely down. So I think somewhere between that 15 to probably 25-minute mark, it probably cools it down that quickly. So in my opinion, that's quite fast. That's quite fast. I mean, if you're taking this out on the road and you want to go ahead and fill it up, by the time you get to the grocery or get 30 minutes down the road, it's going to be exactly where you need it to be.
Yep.
So I'm very impressed with how quickly it cooled down.
And I think it was like 83 degrees outside yesterday.
Yeah.
So
it was hotter than that. Jeez.
Okay. So
it was miserable. Yeah. So now we're going to take it out on a road trip and celebrate a birthday with one of our friends, and see some waterfalls and get you some real life footage on it.
nice.
All right, so, you guys seen that we took our basket out because we have a little surprise tucked away in our fridge. And it has come in clutch behind the Jeep seat to just kind of make as a catch-all. So we've got like water that's not gonna roll around, an extra cup, things like that. So some more snacks.
So even though we didn't use the basket in the fridge, it's still been damn useful.
Very useful.
All right. Now let's get some food. Is it lunchtime?
It's lunchtime.
It is lunchtime. All right.
Salami.
We getting
Do
the
you
other?
need a drink?
I'd like a Diet Coke, yes. Are we getting the other thing out?
Yes.
All right, guys. So the other thing is for our friend Daisy from Spartan Overland. So, all right. So everything feels good and cold?
Yeah.
And I wonder what our Blue Eddy situation is. What can I do? What can I hold? Here.
Our snack bag.
Snack bag. And the Blue
Still
Eddy.
sitting at 80%?
Still sitting at 80%. Perfect. Because, guys, how hot is it out here, babe?
It's about 88 degrees.
You're supposed to say hot as balls.
Hot as balls.
Because it's hot as balls out here.
So it looked like it's at 39 degrees.
Gotcha.
I could see it one side.
Nice. So, yeah, hot as balls outside. The fridge is still set at 39 degrees. Now let's go celebrate. Here, I can carry
I got it.
something else. All right, taking a little pit stop. Fridge is still at 41 degrees.
So the downfall of not having the big basket in here is that the little basket is now going to slip and slide everywhere. So
Gotcha.
something to think about if you do take that big basket out.
Go ahead and take the small one out too.
Yeah.
But everything is ice cold in there. And guys, it is so hot. It just continues to get hotter and hotter. Where are we at Blue Eddy wise, babe? It is now 3 o'clock.
60%.
60%. All right. We will keep monitoring and see where it goes. All right, guys. It is 12:09 on July 5th.
It is 94 degrees
94 degrees out here.
the next morning, so it's been sitting all night, and so we're still sitting at 39 degrees is what the fridge is reading.
All right, and what's our thermometer reading?
Thermometer does say 49 degrees.
Oh shit, so like a 10-degree difference.
Yeah.
That's big. So guys, keep that in mind. If you set it for 49, it'll be 59, probably.
Well, and it's sitting on this top shelf, so maybe it's cooler down
All right,
lower.
so we'll drop it down and check and see how that does.
But yeah, so most likely because it's up higher. Of course, now I have it open, so the temperature's rising quickly.
Yep. So go ahead and close it.
So yeah, just something to kind of be aware of. It may, I mean, this is really hot up here, so
You're gonna put those back in?
looking, yeah. But it's really hot up here,
Yep.
so that's a lot of heat going.
Right at the lid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll put it lower down. Maybe that was my mistake putting it up in the
Well, no,
high
I mean, you
part.
need to know what that temp is going to be there as well.
Yep.
So maybe we can just check it later, but let's go ahead and
see what the Blue Eddy says. This is 2 days of running.
So we still have 40% left.
Yeah, still have 40%. Nice. So at 7:15 tonight, will that be 48 hours?
Yep. Yep. So we can check it at 7:15 tonight, and
That'll be exactly 48 hours. Yeah. So we know it can run at least 2 days, guys. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a big fridge.
And then just having that knowledge about the temp things, we'll kind of see how that goes. Things that are going to stay top. And again, the Jeep is sitting here hot.
In the, like, not moving at all.
So, I mean, if you have this in an RV or you have it in a vehicle and you're running the air conditioner, then that's going to help keep it cooler. In this situation, like I said, it's in
Just
90, I mean,
baking.
it's 93, 94 degrees outside. And the Jeep, I am certain it's even hotter in there. So, we'll see how it
Nice.
goes.
So it has been basically exactly, what, 48 hours?
48 hours.
All right.
And the amount of power that it's pulled, we're down to 20%.
There it is, 20%.
And we're at 41 degrees. It's much cooler out here now because it has rained.
So let's see what that thermometer says now that you put it.
I don't know if you can see it down there, but it's sitting at 47 degrees.
All right. So we have it set on 41 and it's 47. So before I told you it was around a 10-degree difference. That was because we had the thermometer up higher in the fridge, closer to that hot lid.
But that also tells you that most likely you're going to need to set the temp a little lower.
Yep. So probably 30.
Depending
I'd
on
probably
what's-
set it on 35, 34
Yeah.
for our needs.
Yeah.
But
You're looking at anywhere between a 6 to 10 degree difference is what's going on inside based off what's actually happening. So,
gotcha.
But our other fridge, the smaller one, it's the same way.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's just something to be, it's just because of the insulation. You're in much more extreme temperatures than your household fridge is. And so sometimes you have to make those adjustments, and that's okay. You just need to know what your fridge is capable of. And again, it was really hot out here. So, it actually got up to 103 degrees today. And this has been sitting inside the entire time, inside the Jeep, not running. So, if you're in extreme temperatures, if you're in cooler temperatures, you're not going to have that problem. But in extreme temps, you're going to need to adjust your temperature gauge to accommodate whatever's going on inside the unit.
And so think about that. So still a fridge of that size being powered for 2 days with no power source.
No other power source, but ready.
And that with that 20%, that probably will last until, I would say, like 1, 2 o'clock maybe, if not more.
Maybe till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so we'll come out in the morning and check it and just see where it's at. But 48 hours is pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that time.
And I mean, it's a beautiful unit. It's quiet. It's not getting very hot. At no point, I mean, you can feel some warmth as far as where the compressor is.
Yeah.
It's not making any noise right now, and we've had it on the minimum compressor speed the entire time, just to help us save power, battery protection. We've got that on low. So it's doing a really good job, I think, overall, especially with this extreme heat.
Yep, for sure.
I love the look of the unit.
Yeah,
and
nothing
the
feels cheap. It
capacity.
feels good. I love that LED light. I wish we had that in the fridge in the other Jeep.
Yep.
But it's going to be nice to have in here.
Yeah. So all in all, I think this couple of things to know about this is that it has a 3-year warranty.
Yep. And it's supposed to be one of the easiest warranties to use out there, so they pride themselves on it.
Absolutely. It can be converted into a freezer instead of a fridge. So if you want just a freezer unit, you have that as an option. Something else that comes with this, you see us kind of pulling it around in the Jeep, but they also provide a slide system that you can purchase to go with this particular unit. So if you are installing this in the back of your Jeep or a truck or an RV, whatever the case may be, if you need it to slide out, you've seen me kind of crawling around, struggling to get back in there, but it does come on a slide system, and if you had the slide, then that would be much easier for me to then get into, especially with me being shorter.
Yep.
So know that there is a slide system that you can purchase to go along with this, the 3-year warranty. What else?
Oh, we've got a discount code.
Yes. Also, yeah, so if you decide you want to purchase a SetPower unit, it's DSA16, and you'll get 16% off of whatever you purchase on SetPower website. So be sure to capture that discount code. We'll also drop that down in the description. What else do you want to say about this this unit?
So for this price, it's amazing what you get, really.
So this one, it's priced at what, $399 right now?
Yeah, it's like $400.
Yeah, so it's a, you talk about a fridge of this size, from some of the other higher end or more well-known name brand companies in the overlanding world or in the kind of outdoor space, and you're talking about 3 times as much that you're going to pay for something this size. So the fact that it runs at about $400 currently at the time of this recording is pretty impressive for this size of a unit, and the fact that it does so much, it has so much space, and it works so well, very efficient on power. So yeah, pretty impressed.
So the SetPower RV45S, I approve.